Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We continue our coverage of Sundance shorts, and the next film that was selected for the Sundance Film Festival I'm really excited to talk about. It's called O. It's an animation, and I have the director and creator Mario Radev with me. How are you?
Good morning. Fantastic.
You've been busy, you've been traveling. This is kind of your last stop before you go home.
Yeah.
Is it a good stop though?
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's
been
amazing.
I want to hear in your own words. I've never seen anything like O, and I want to hear in your own words what O is.
So O is a film that is meant to embrace your personal interpretation. So it's a very complex piece with a experimental narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So it can give you the freedom to to find your own meaning, but at the same time it is inspired by an interview with John Cage, who is saying that he loves the sound as they are, and he refers to nature as the principle of the manner of operation of nature. And he says that he doesn't want the sounds to fight each other or to make them something, or to have sex, or he just likes them as they are.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to make a film that is about this, that is about looking into nature and respecting it and just observing something that is quite normal, but at the same time the weirdness of all comes from the second point, which is that it's a world constructed by sound frequency and vibration, and this comes from a lot of experiments and theories and researchers, including Michael Tellinger, and it's every single creature and the landscapes, they function and they are constructed, they're masters of use of sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it explores the question of how the world look like if we didn't use our memory to speak, but we rather use vibration, something much more direct and pure. So it's exploration of such a world.
The whole animation, those types of sounds, those vibrations, the sound frequencies.
Yeah, pretty much.
No words.
No words. No.
Talk about the sound design. How did you come up with it, and how did you implement it with certain scenes in the animation?
So we've been working with Antonio Quiroga Woudhaller. Inside the full name is he's absolutely amazing artist, and he's really into into his synthesizers and modulars. So all the sounds are created from scratch in the film, and there are a lot of little things, such as there's like this little bug that hunts a massive giraffe to take its vomit, because this is what they do, right? And in there we're speaking with Tony and asking like, how can we make a metaphor for infrasound, because the bug is using infrasound to
Mm-hmm.
something that we can't hear humans, right? But it's about to make metaphors of how would it work out.
Yeah, if we could hear it, what would it sound like?
Yeah. And also, the sound design was, because the film was constructed in a linear narrative, so everything is action to action, to reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But then because we wanted to make a film that is about the freedom of interpretation, and that it has the quality of a song that you can watch more than once, and every next time you watch it, you discover more. So we just juxtapositioned the acts in the film. So this is why it feels a bit like weird and random, but when it's watched second time, it makes a bit more sense and more sense and more sense. And because of this reason, we juxtaposition everything narrative-wise. Therefore, we constructed a composition. So the whole film has, a nice composition graph that follows, and yeah.
How many times have you watched it, and what did you learn from each time?
I've watched it just once.
Really?
No.
I was about to say, that took a twist.
No, I mean, animation takes ages. We've been saying that when we started and my hair was short, and Kara has short hair, but her grows backwards, so her was very long. We watch it, thousands of times, and in the production, because it's animation, you start from a blank page.
Right.
You need to animate rough lines of the characters, then clean the lines, then add color, then add shadow, and then reflection of shadow and light. So it's a lot of times going on top and on top and on top, that it resolves that at some point you live in this really weird world.
Mm-hmm.
And It's quite intense.
I bet. I don't think I would be able to escape from that world if I was the animator. I would be stuck there until I was done.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know you are talking about how you want everybody to interpret it, differently. But what is your main goal, your main message, do you think?
Well, my main goal is to, to appreciate things as they are. I think, in society you can see a lot of people just want to, they want to control everything, and, they follow like what is being considered as success in life, in society, and, I want just people to be human beings in the most simple way, and to appreciate what is around them for whatsoever it is, without pushing it or forcing it to be something else, and to love each other, to respect each other. It's a film that I want to be a bit more like an art piece that one could explore more and more, rather than one-off.
I love this. It's so different from anything that we've talked about so far. We've had a lot of cool animations on the show, and this one I was really excited to be able to talk with you about.
Thank you.
Tell me, where is this film showing this week at Sundance?
So it had 3 screenings already, and it's showing tonight, 25th, in Egyptian Theatre at 8:30. Nice. So we're very excited. We heard so much about this theatre.
Yes, it is totally iconic for Main Street here in Park City, so I'm glad you get to show your film there.
Yeah.
Is this your last screening?
It's the last screening, yeah.
And then you're done?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Well, I'm sure it all kind of went like so fast. Time flies by when you're at Sundance.
Yeah, it just went super quick. But it is absolutely amazing. That's why, people say that when life is good, it goes quick.
I know, I like that saying. Well, Mario, thank you so much, and congratulations for being selected for Sundance.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we have a lot more coming up on the Mountain Morning Show. Live music and more guests. That's all coming up right after this break.